The Ethiopian Bible is filled with mysteries, often overlooked and hidden from mainstream Christianity. Its contents, possibly one of the most complete scriptures, remained largely unknown until recent times. At Premonition, we explore these secrets, revealing hidden knowledge that expands our understanding of Christian origins. What makes the Ethiopian Bible so unique? The Ethiopian Bible stands out from the widely known versions of the Bible, such as the Catholic, Protestant, and Jewish canons, due to its unique collection of texts and a broader set of beliefs that reflect a distinct religious and historical heritage. One of the most prominent features of the Ethiopian Bible is its inclusion of numerous ancient writings that are absent from the mainstream Western canons, such as the Book of Enoch, Book of Jubilees, and other apocryphal works. These texts were once revered by early Christian communities, but gradually excluded or forgotten in Western Christianity, partly due to theological disputes, political factors, and the evolving nature of the canon in both Catholicism and Protestantism. These additional books hold incredible theological and historical significance. For instance, the Book of Enoch provides a detailed account of the fallen angels and the Nephilim, which offer a more nuanced perspective on the nature of sin, human origins, and cosmic justice. The Book of Jubilees, on the other hand, offers a chronology of biblical events, reinterpreting the history and moral lessons of the Old Testament and providing further context for the theological debates of the time. The Ethiopian Bible's inclusions of these and other texts suggests that it is not just a religious document, but also a cultural treasure. The texts represent a broader, more inclusive narrative of the Judeo-Christian tradition, one that preserves ancient ideas that may have been overlooked or deliberately suppressed by later religious authorities. The long-standing ban on these works, particularly in Western Christian traditions, can be seen as an effort to solidify a specific theological and historical narrative, leading to the exclusion of these alternative stories and teachings. Additional texts in the Ethiopian Bible. The Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees are perhaps the most famous of the additional texts found in the Ethiopian Bible. Yet, there are many others, including the Ascension of Isaiah, the Wisdom of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, and the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. These writings contain unique theological insights, offering a view of early Christianity that is more closely aligned with Jewish apocalyptic traditions than with the later Christian Orthodox views that emerged in the Roman Empire. The Book of Enoch, for example, expands on the biblical story of the angels' rebellion, providing a cosmic narrative that involves the divine council, the watchers, and the secrets of the heavens. It has influenced not only Christian theology, but also Jewish mysticism and the development of certain early Christian esoteric beliefs. These additional texts are often omitted or excluded in the Western Christian Bibles due to theological disputes that took place centuries ago. Many of these books were highly valued by early Christian writers such as Tertullian and Origen, who considered them to be important for understanding the faith's origins. However, by the time of the Council of Laodicea 363 CE, the Western Church had firmly established its canon, excluding many of these works. This exclusion led to the gradual decline in their circulation and study, especially in the Roman and Byzantine empires. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church, however, continued to preserve these texts, reflecting its adherence to a different understanding of the Christian faith. The Ethiopian Church saw these writings as integral to understanding the true nature of Christianity and its roots in Jewish traditions. The Bible in Ge'ez, written in a language that has remained largely unchanged for centuries, represents more than just a theological book. It is a cultural artifact that preserves the spiritual and historical identity of Ethiopia. The role of Ge'ez in Ethiopian Christianity. Ge'ez, the ancient language of Ethiopia, has played a critical role in preserving the Ethiopian Bible and its unique collection of texts. As the primary language of the Aksumite Empire, circa 100 to 940 CE, Ge'ez was used to record the Bible and other religious writings. Its use in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church helped ensure that the sacred texts were available in the local language, making them accessible to the Ethiopian people. The preservation of these texts in Ge'ez reflects not just the desire to maintain religious practices, but also the desire to maintain a distinct cultural identity. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church, with its own rich theological traditions, has long regarded the Ethiopian Bible as a source of spiritual guidance and divine wisdom. The inclusion of apocryphal and deuterocanonical texts in the Ethiopian Bible, often thought to be lost to history, provides a more comprehensive and diverse view of Christianity than that found in Western branches. It links Ethiopian Christianity directly to Jewish traditions, particularly through the Book of Jubilees and the Book of Enoch, both of which reflect Jewish apocalyptic traditions that were once central to the Jewish faith, but became marginalized within Christian orthodoxy. The theological perspectives preserved in these ancient texts highlight the differences between Ethiopian Christianity and other branches of Christianity. The Ethiopian Church has maintained its practices and beliefs, which sometimes diverge sharply from those of the Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox traditions. These differences can be seen in the Church's liturgical practices, theological emphasis, and biblical canon. The role of Ge'ez in this context cannot be overstated. It was the language that helped solidify the Ethiopian Orthodox Church's unique position within the broader Christian world, preserving a distinctive faith that is still alive and thriving today. The beautiful manuscripts of the Ethiopian Bible. One of the most enchanting aspects of the Ethiopian Bible is its beautiful, handcrafted manuscripts. These sacred texts are adorned with elaborate illustrations, intricate patterns, and vibrant colors that bring the words to life. Artists of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church have used natural materials like goat leather, parchment, and dyes, imp, derived from local plants and minerals, to create these manuscripts. The combination of art and spirituality in these manuscripts is not only an aesthetic expression, but also a deeply symbolic one. The detailed depictions of biblical scenes and figures reflect the divine mysteries and the cultural richness of Ethiopian Christianity. The Book of Enoch is a prime example of how this artwork has preserved spiritual teachings. Although this book is absent from the Jewish and most Christian canons, in Ethiopia it is given a prominent place, with artists illustrating its apocalyptic visions. The text's focus on divine judgment, the angels, and the coming end of times is presented through intricate illuminations that help convey its otherworldly nature. The Son of Man, as mentioned in Enoch's prophecies, stands as a symbol of divine judgment, and the artwork serves as a vivid representation of the themes explored in this mysterious text. These manuscripts not only preserve theological concepts, but also offer a visual narrative that captures the imagination and spiritual longing of the Ethiopian people throughout history. The impact of the Ethiopian Bible on Christian theology. The Book of Enoch seems Enoch holds a special place within Ethiopian Christianity, despite being excluded from most of the Western and Jewish canons. This text's survival within the Ethiopian Bible challenges conventional views about early Christian theology. The Book of Enoch offers a complex angelology and apocalyptic visions depicting celestial realms, the rebellion of the Watchers, fallen angels, and the judgment that awaits humanity. These powerful and dramatic descriptions provide a unique perspective on Christian eschatology, which has influenced not only Ethiopian thought, but also broader theological discussions. While the Book of Enoch was rejected by most early Christian councils, its continued presence in Ethiopian tradition offers important insights into the diversity of early Christianity. Theologically, It reshapes understandings of divine justice, angelic beings, and the end of times. Its vivid apocalyptic visions have remained relevant, sparking ongoing debates about its origins and the role it played in shaping early Christian and Jewish thought. The fact that this book has been preserved and revered for centuries within the Ethiopian Orthodox Church highlights the Church's unique theological path and its commitment to a broader interpretation of sacred texts. What is hidden in the Ethiopian Bible? The Ethiopian Bible offers an intriguing glimpse into a treasure trove of hidden stories, teachings, and revelations. These ancient texts, many of which were excluded or lost to time in other Christian traditions, remind us that much of what is considered truth may not always be where we expect it. With its wide-ranging collection of apocryphal and deuterocanonical books, the Ethiopian Bible challenges the boundaries of biblical understanding and opens new doors for exploration. In this context, the forbidden name of Jesus is mentioned as an example of knowledge that has remained hidden for centuries. Just as the Ethiopian Bible contains numerous revelations that have been neglected or concealed in other traditions, there may be untold spiritual and theological truths yet to be discovered. Engaging with the Ethiopian Bible is an invitation to embark on a journey of uncovering the mysteries and deeper meanings that could profoundly transform one's spiritual perception and relationship with the divine. The Ethiopian Bible and Western interaction. The Ethiopian Bible's interaction with the Western world has been relatively limited until the 18th and 19th centuries, when European exploration and missionary activity increased in Africa. Prior to this, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church had maintained its independence, safeguarding its unique theological and liturgical practices. However, the discovery and study of the Ethiopian Bible, especially the Book of Enoch, in the 18th century by scholars such as Richard Lawrence, prompted a reevaluation of early Christian and Jewish literature. This shift helped to broaden the understanding of the diversity of early Christian thought, particularly in relation to apocalyptic and angelological themes. The Western world's initial indifference to the Ethiopian Bible contrasts sharply with the deep theological significance it holds within Ethiopian Christianity. As European explorers and missionaries began to engage more directly with Ethiopia, they discovered the richness of the Church's heritage, which included not only the Book of Enoch, but also other important texts like the Book of Jubilees and the Ascension of Isaiah. The Ethiopian Bible's complex and ancient canon has since challenged the assumptions of Western biblical scholarship and led to the reevaluation of early Christian texts and traditions. The preservation of diverse texts. Within the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, texts like the Book of Enoch are not simply relics of the past, but vital, living documents that shape contemporary Ethiopian Christianity. The Book of Enoch continues to play an essential role in the theological teachings and religious practices of the Ethiopian Church, where it is studied in depth by theologians and clergy alike. Its angelology and apocalyptic visions contribute to a deeper understanding of divine justice, the nature of sin, and the unfolding of God's plan for humanity. Additionally, the Ethiopian Bible contains other fascinating texts that broaden our understanding of Judeo-Christian roots. The Book of Baruch, for instance, addresses themes such as divine justice and the problem of human suffering, while also exploring apocalyptic visions that parallel much of the Old Testament literature. Similarly, the Ascension of Isaiah offers a compelling narrative that blends Jewish and Christian themes, with its focus on Isaiah's martyrdom and heavenly visions providing a rich source of spiritual reflection. The Ascension of Isaiah, a Christian and Jewish blend. The Ascension of Isaiah is one of the most striking texts in the Ethiopian Bible. Combining both Jewish and Christian elements, in a unique way. Divided into two parts, the text begins with a description of Isaiah's martyrdom during the reign of King Manasseh, highlighting the prophet's struggle against idolatry and corruption in Judah. This first section is deeply rooted in Jewish tradition, focusing on Isaiah's role as a prophet and his ultimate rejection by the people he sought to guide. The second part of the Ascension of Isaiah shifts to more explicitly Christian themes. As the prophet is granted a vision of the heavenly realms, Isaiah's ascension through the seven heavens and his encounter with the divine are rich with symbolism and spiritual meaning. The text presents a vision of the Messiah, prefiguring Christ's future role in Christian eschatology. The Ascension of Isaiah offers a fascinating glimpse into how early Christian and Jewish traditions intersected and evolved, providing valuable insight into the theological discussions that shaped the development of Christianity. Together, these texts within the Ethiopian Bible form a complex and multifaceted narrative that illuminates the diverse theological perspectives of early Christianity. They highlight the richness and depth of Ethiopian Christianity and its enduring legacy in preserving ancient stories and teachings that have been forgotten or obscured in other Christian traditions. In conclusion, the Ethiopian Bible is not merely a religious book, but a deep reservoir of spiritual and cultural history. It is a testament to a tradition that has survived centuries of challenges, preserving texts that continue to offer new insights into the roots of Christianity. As we explore these hidden scriptures, we are reminded of the untold stories and spiritual wisdom that can reshape our understanding of faith, heritage, and the global history of religion.